a steal.
Yay.
So,
Yes,
chapter
only
3,
18, right?
gentlemen. We are where we left off. About 5 seconds ago, Epic finished off the douchebag vampire and dragged her under a car, out of sight of everyone, and Demi, you are, I assume, quickly breaking apart the rifle.
Yep, and trying to sort of quickly clean up with no evidence and leave.
Okay, give me that luck die we talked about before to see if her dying was on camera or if the vampires don't know what happened to her. Okay,
Alright.
so that will win you a bit of time.
A bit of time. It's all we need in the mouth.
Apparently, I got wounded, so I need to patch myself up.
We'll handle that in a bit. You're gonna have to wait till you can go home unless you want to have people asking questions while you're, sinking saline into yourself in the hospital.
By the way, do I have to roll anything for cleaning it up properly?
yes.
To leave no evidence? Okay.
How much time do you think you have? How long are you willing to take for this?
I'm gonna go with 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. You have been
Because it is
living
a hospital,
in this.
cops might come.
Have you been living in this apartment, or are you just staying here during the night?
Probably, actually,
You are intelligence 1.
probably living in it, actually, then, because I was taking look on it almost daily.
You know what? Give me intelligence hunter tactics at 6, because there's a chance you are smart enough, because you have been trained. Okay, so you haven't done too much stuff here that would leave fingerprints and other things that you could be identified by. But there's some, so why don't we make it wits investigation at 7 to see how well you clean up.
Okay, I'm going to spend a willpower for this.
Right.
Come on, the 6s though.
Yay.
Like 666.
Yay. It
That's
knows.
one success.
It knows.
Yeah. You wipe down the window, grab your coffee mug, and remember to wipe the fridge. And then you... good enough. Probably forget about the bathroom. And you're out.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Epic, how are you... what are you doing? You have the body with you. It is slowly disintegrating.
Going to, how fast is this disintegration going?
It's probably gonna be down to a skeleton in like 15 minutes from when you finished it off. But she's probably not old enough, given how weak she was, to essentially, be completely dust.
Well, there's only one thing to do then. I'm gonna sit here for as long as it takes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna call somebody to come and pick me up, and also, what's left of the corpse. Just send over like a text. Okay. Probably to the. Should I? No, the sniper needs to get out of here.
Yeah, I did send the previously a message, not only to Epic, that Steele's character was in trouble. So depending on if Kraft's and Aruman's character were coming over here, that might also help on something.
I would send it over to Kraft and Aruman, I believe.
I believe that you sent out essentially a panic message. So they are gonna arrive, we can say another 5 minutes from now. I think...
I'll send a message to them of where, I currently am. And to get over here, I'm going to need some help.
To get out of under the car.
I'm not going to specify what's going on in these messages,
God damn it.
particularly, but
Okay, good. Good, 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 good.
do you
good.
say bring a car?
Do we have codes? We're hunters. Should make codes,
You
guys.
are not trained in hunter tactics. There
We
is
should make
probably a
codes.
few codes, but nothing detailed because Epic is highly trained in them. But
Yes.
he essentially
don't
sent
have
you the
tactics.
send help, no immediate danger code.
Hey, yeah, I'm just trying to get them to come over here. Because, we need to hide the skeleton,
Okay,
guys.
so Epic, you
So for now, I'm just covering the body underneath the car and
yes, good.
stealthing.
We'll roll for that in a second. Essentially, you did have to break away from your bouncer thing as soon as you got the message, so you're gonna need to come up with some sort of cover for that because you essentially, I'm assuming you just said it was essentially, you know, like an emergency and that you had to go. Because you know, as quickly as you were trying to get here, you didn't really have time to be,
Totally. Don't
you
worry.
know.
I know.
He has his excuses, probably.
He is gonna
I do
need
this
to
all the
make
time.
one up when he goes back there, essentially.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, make me a dex stealth roll at 6 because there are gonna be cops looking through the parking lot pretty cool to see if they can figure out where the body went, and you might need to
At
move
least
spots.
you have your cloak.
Yep.
We got 6 successes. Oh, that's another roll.
Actually, I think I got 7 successes, but
Oh yeah, you spent the willpower, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
and you are perfectly hidden. This roll does not need to be exceptionally good to succeed. This is just to see if you manage to fuck it up somehow.
all right. Then I will rely on the mighty powers that be. Not spend a willpower point on this.
All right.
I
Oh
believe.
no.
I'm gonna
Oh,
say
no.
4 successes.
5.
I'll go with 7.
1.
2.
6.
Christ.
I believe we have a tie between a call of 5 and 7.
Yeah.
Actually, I think someone called 6. Don't remember who it was.
No,
No.
Oh, nobody did.
No.
All right, Epic.
we called everything else except
For
6.
fuck's sake. Please, with the interruptions. Okay, Epic. With 6 successes, you move rolling between cars until you catch a moment where you are sort of under a streetlight, but no one's looking. And you could just roll over like a concrete barrier that's like ankle high and just be out of sight of everyone. So you are able to just, you know, go whoop, and you are out of the parking lot, out of immediate investigation range, rendering
Sweet.
extraction a lot easier.
I am the knight.
Okay. Roll. Do you have awareness? You don't.
Nope.
Just roll perception at 4. Okay. You feel
Uh-oh.
like you're the knight. Everything is good.
I should be good.
You are.
I know there shouldn't be a vampire nearby.
This wasn't to detect a vampire.
Okay, whatever. I don't care.
Somebody detected him with when he had 6 successes.
What, that? No, that's him rolling for detecting the earthbound in his cloak, remember?
Yeah, sure.
Ye of the night.
That's right.
Okay, so, I assume you messaged the others at that point.
Mhm.
Okay, you are
I
able
did it
to...
particularly with Aruman and Kraft
We're
because
together.
they're
so
the ones that should.
Yeah.
They should be somewhat free right now.
Yeah.
we were investigating other shit, right? And then we
Yeah.
found-
But you're able to pick him up and get out. The important question is,
Do we pick up Demi?
Demi, you can
No!
pick up as well. Demi is gonna be fine as well.
Oh, okay.
The question
Oh,
is,
wait.
what
I
does
thought we were
Steel...
talking about steel for a moment.
Yes,
No,
we
but
are
anyway.
gonna talk about Steel. Yes, exactly. Please.
No.
Okay.
Steel. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
while all these horrible things are going on, you've been bitten. Bitch looked into your eyes and told you a lot of things that made a lot of sense. What are you doing?
Well, I need to keep doing my job.
Okay.
That's part of the fucking thing she told me to do.
Okay. Stamina roll. You're partway through your shift, but I want to see how well you hold up given that you're continuing to work immediately after donating a lot of blood. Like, I think it's like 3 times the completely safe dosage, so just a difficulty 6 stamina. Okay. Yeah, you feel a bit shaky on your feet towards the end of the shift, and you're certainly noticeably pale. A couple of people ask if you're okay, but you're able to avoid anything too obvious. Let's see. As it's nearing the end of your shift, I think they might. Let's see. I think that should be a wits roll for someone to realize that everything is horribly bad.
Wits.
Wits roll.
Christ.
You get called upstairs to a consult on the dude that you helped operate on.
Oh, fucking bitches.
Before, you go home, you have like an hour left on the clock.
I mean, which dude are they talking about?
The one that
from
I operated
yesterday,
against with
this
the
other
doctor.
dude.
The one that was about 3 days back at this point. That,
Yeah, the one
had
that
the badly
operated.
fucked up arm. You are able to send an SMS if you wish, if you think something's up.
So
That would not be
calling
breaking
me-
the thing.
So calling me up there after me pretty much knowing that he's fine, especially with that god tier doctor.
Well,
After all of this bullshit,
you are not the managing physician most likely at this point, but you are in on the operation and they might just want to check on the wound and see if you concur that it's healing well. Or maybe there's an infection and they want you to check on that. Who knows? Could be one very horrible thing and a dozen innocent things. It's probably the horrible thing, but you can't know for sure.
yeah, I'm going to text a message to my people saying, if I don't send another message in an hour, something wrong happened.
Notify my family,
then-
tell them I died bravely.
Pretty much.
Steel
Alright,
sends the Dios Volt emoticon. He's going to a glorious death. The code has been sent.
All right, guys, I think I might need to head back over there. Can you check what she has on her? If she has a cell phone or anything, see about copying, if at all possible, any of the information on it. Try and find out anything about her, and then send a message about her leaving town or something to try and get away from us.
I mean, I'm gonna double check. I can double check something at least real quick before we hack it, because remember I have psychometry too. I can see if I can't pull anything off from that at the very least.
Before we get to that point, before even Steele sends the message, because this would have happened before, there would be a phone and it would have rung at least 3 or 4 times. Assuming you didn't pick it up at some point.
Presume correctly. We probably don't
Yeah,
pick
you
it up.
assume correctly.
So yeah, I just tell them, so we're going to need to try and get rid of this pretty quick. Make sure to get any information you can off it. Don't bring it back to the base. And, you know, then say that she's leaving town and discarding this phone as it, you know, because she's worried that they probably saw her with it and are probably trying to hack it. So she's going to get rid of it.
Epic, give me a luck die to see if they rang quickly enough for you to have managed to bring it back to the base, or if you lucked out, because she was essentially saying in that SMS that she was, gonna get somewhere safe. So they would have
That should
waited
give us some time.
Yeah, which is a problem, because that means they might only call when you know.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Yeah, either way, it's close. Yeah, no.
Oof.
Yeah.
It rings as you are like... shit, like 10, 15 houses from your hideout, so you can just turn down a different road when you realize it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. I thought I already mentioned not going to the base with it.
Well,
Yeah.
the question for the luck die was whether you realized that it was there before going to the base, unless you were gonna stage somewhere else. Yes.
If we found it before then, okay.
Yes, exactly.
All right, that makes sense.
Because
Mm-hmm.
hard to know if they might have a tech-savvy Malkavian. Wait, what?
Yeah, hard to tell. Don't know.
Yeah, hard to tell. But you live and you learn. Oh well. Anywho, I may as well roll to poke the thing for psychometry. See if I can't pull anything useful out of it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll have them drop me off. Not really close to the hospital, but enough that if a certain somebody starts screaming or something, I'll probably be able to reach them.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna roll psychometry because it's an object she had on her person. If nothing else, we can at least figure out more about her. So I'm gonna spend a willpower point to activate the power, and then it's perception empathy at 7.
Yes. In terms of the timeline, and I realize that I might have fucked up slightly because it's gonna be slightly confusing now. When Steele sends a message, that's about like 3 or 4 hours after you discover the phone.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine.
'Cause-
Like we discovered the
Good long
phone.
while.
Yeah,
we get
was,
the phone.
it's towards the end of his shift when he gets called up, when they have had the opportunity to realize that something is probably wrong.
okay. So we have time to do other things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Anywho, so let's see if I can't get anything useful out of psychometry.
Okay. Let's see. Well, how do the things
3 successes. Perceives information as though from a distant vantage. And I can pull, because it's level 2, everything that occurred near the object or place within the last 24 hours.
All right. Give me a general perception alertness roll to see how well you make out the details, given that you're supposedly watching from a distant point.
Yep. Difficulty?
Difficulty 6. Okay. Yeah, you see her. Well, we're gonna go through last night. You see her teaching a class of students of various ages, but it's essentially how to put it. Obviously, it's night outside, but it doesn't seem like it's a weird people. It's just like laying out basic chemistry or something on the blackboard.
So it's basically a night class it's basically a catch-up night class of some description.
Yeah, pretty much. That's more or less what she did. Then you would see her talking to another teacher, and it looks like some sort of a campus, and they exchange a few pleasantries, move on. You see her in the university library, talking to the librarian there as well, discussing something apparently. And
Can't quite make it out.
She seemed very familiar with the probably professor. The librarian, you catch a few words. It's asking if any new books have come in, if there's anything interesting that she could take a look at. It sounds like it's less of a friendly relationship so much as
A professional one.
yeah, more or less. Other than that, you probably see her hunt around the university, feeding on a party goer or something. And you would see her make her way back to the apartment, and has like a couple of bookshelves filled with books. You see her read one of them. Some of them seem just like science and technological manuals.
Actually, did we catch the Did I catch the apartment number?
Sure. You at the very least can track it down.
Cool.
Others in there, though, it looks like those are actually older books, and she doesn't really focus on them that night. But the next night you do see her open one or two of them, and you, as a sanctioned witch, probably recognize one or two of the symbols or diagrams in there. And
So we know that she's a mage of some description.
yeah, more or less. You actually see her call someone, and you catch the name of the professor she was talking to earlier, and say that she tells him to be careful, and you can say have a backup plan ready, just in case everything goes horribly wrong.
She's basically
Oh.
doing what I did.
Yeah. Or what you technically will do.
Yeah.
And from her tone, it sounds like she's not asking him, she's telling him. Whoever she's speaking to, and you know who she's speaking to, it's clear that she's in charge. She's giving orders.
Yep.
And after that, she probably moves on to the hospital.
You getting assassinated.
Yeah, more or less. You would see her lead stealing, and you would see her focusing on him, and him spilling
Couldn't make out anything.
But you would be able to make out enough to figure out the general gist of what's going on. You see her telling telling her all of the things, and you would catch her something act normal before she leaves as well.
Yeah. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go figure out what I have to roll to soak the successes of lethal that will hit me from my flaw.
Yeah. Good job.
I don't think you can if it's lethal.
No, you soak the damage with you can soak the damage with int and something, if I remember correctly. It says it in the merit.
A special soak is what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's a special soak.
Uh-huh. Intelligence awareness, I found the flaw.
Oh, cool, thanks.
This is a 2-point version for you, right?
It's the yeah, it's the 2-point version.
Yeah, you take a point of bashing then, not lethal.
All right, okay, right. I think I dropped the other one because it was a 6-point flaw, but it also made me eat lethal. so I wasn't quite willing to pick that up, especially with the psi focus available.
Mhm. Okay.
You get the
I couldn't
equivalent of
remember.
someone smacking you hard.
Yep.
No, it's just a migraine. It's a bit of a headache. That's really all it is.
How dare you look into the past, smart?
Given that this is just 1 point of bashing, this will be gone by, I think, in 12 hours. So you should be fine relatively soon.
Yeah. It's just a headache. I just sort of it's something I can wave off, something I'm familiar with.
Okay, so during those 3 or 4 hours, not knowing that Steel's about to get grabbed, what would be your normal reaction? And what would you do next, essentially?
Gather
We
what
probably
we
have
can.
we definitely want to contact the society after doing after basically telling them that using the phone to tell the vamps that this phone's getting tossed. I'm worried something else. I'm worried that they might have caught wind of me more, so I'm running.
Okay. All right.
It's not the best kind of thing, and hopefully we can find her apartment pretty quick to really sell
I mean,
it.
I had the apartment number and can track it down. Remember, that's one of the
Yeah.
things I asked.
That's probably what we would actually start doing then, at least some of us, while one of us goes and
Yeah.
contacts the society.
Given that
You're probably the
it's-
best one to go break in. Well, you and
yeah.
Kraft can have technically can have more carte blanche to go in
Yeah,
there
I
because you
would
can.
say
You're
at
the knight
least
and Kraft has PI.
at least one of the fighters would probably go with. So, yeah.
Congrats, you can go Epic.
Should I go?
I think the
with Epic?
assassin's currently busy. The sniper assassin is currently busy trying to
Yeah.
clean up
No,
as much as he can and
No,
bring
he
everything.
didn't take a lot of
I'm-
time doing that. He's
Oh,
with you
okay.
essentially at this point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna go see if to go with Epic as extra backup because who knows what we're
Sure,
going.
might
Yeah.
as well.
Are
And
all of you
I'll go
going
and
then?
contact the society.
Oh, you're just
Almost
going to...
everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, because
everyone
I don't have I don't think I have the stealth skills or the support skills to be able to sneak in there, and I don't have the
All right.
the carte blanche almost that
Okay, perfect. So, give me a charisma expression roll, Aru, for the phone thing. To see how convincing it ends up being and how close to her potential other messages.
By the way, there was a reason that I was like, I want someone else to write that message. I had a feeling
Yep.
it would be expression.
Alrighty. I don't have very many dice in this, but then again, I don't think any of us would.
PowerPoint?
Uh,
I want a willpower point.
Yeah, I do have
This can buy
willpower.
us a lot of time.
I'm gonna burn a willpower point, and what's the difficulty?
You don't have a lot of time to study the previous messages, but you do have access to them, so I'm gonna leave it at a 6, looking at your pitiful dice pool.
Yeah.
Heck.
There's 3 successes, one of them willpower.
Hey,
Okay.
we have the same dice pool, Armand. That.
Your dice pool was higher than mine, so I do not regret
Same here.
You know, if he hadn't gotten that Auspec success, I might have had to retcon still getting fucked.
Fucking Auspex.
So, deal.
Yes.
What are you doing? I need to make a hospital map for you, well, or find one.
He said that he was just going to send a message and then do it.
Yep,
Yeah.
I believe...
So when I get the message, I'll tell the others, I'll go and set up some backup for him.
Okay. How many cars do you guys actually have? I think you had the 1, or did you have 2?
I think we had 2. I don't
We should
remember
have
whose
a
this is.
minimum of 2, right?
Yeah.
Because we've been using 2.
Alright, then you have 2. Do you have drive, Epic?
We'll check. I think I grabbed it. I
Okay.
did grab it.
Alright.
Because I have 2 resources and Steel has enough resources to also have,
I also
Okay,
have 2
probably.
resources these days.
these days. You
Yes,
can like
but
buy a
that's
car, I think.
a new thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might buy a motorcycle or something pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we have 2 cars.
Okay, so. Okay, let's go and see what's going on there. Epic, give me a. Are you trying to be fast?
I'm trying to be particularly fast. That is my main thing.
Okay.
Trying not to attract too much attention either, but speed is important.
Okay, then. Shit. Give me a wit stealth at. We're gonna call it a 7 and give me a dex drive at 7 as well.
Okay, what's stealth at 7 and then dex drive 7. Well, I am the knight. I have proven this.
Alright.
I mean, we already knew that you were the knight. You just keep cementing it further. Also,
know
every
it's
time
great.
you do that, I think he rolls an unlikely luck or something, and if it botches, then the Earthbound wakes up. Or if it hits it,
Dude,
10,
I
the
don't
Earthbound
give
wakes
a
up.
fuck. If he really wants to put an Earthbound in my thing I put dots into getting, that's barely giving
Hey,
me
Draco, I have a
values.
question.
Yes.
As I go up, can I grab my handgun?
That's up to you.
Uh,
No, I'm
You-
asking him because I
are
already
you- have-
stated what I'm going to.
have you been keeping it in your locker?
No, it's been
Yeah.
in his car.
It's in my
Specified
car, alongside with my license and shit.
Yeah, you can. Give me a wit stealth to see how well you. Actually, would be more of a larceny thing, actually. So give me wit larceny at 7, because you don't have larceny steal. See how concealed
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have willpower, so yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to make this roll. I only have 5 dice. But fuck it. If Steel gets fucked, that's what the dice god said.
Mhm.
Hopefully I don't botch and destroy the car. That's all I hope.
Eh,
Okay.
No.
You're making good speed. Let's see. I'd have to search for a thing specifically. Do I have a random map here with all kinds of stuff? But that's just city crap. Well, use your imagination steel. You're about to get
It's fine.
fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Maybe there's a room of some kind in the thing. Let's see. Fuck, why still have stupid crap? Yeah, fuck it. God damn it. And of course I clicked off of it. Alright, so Steel, you are able to conceal your gun. You do not get stopped by someone asking why you're bringing a gun upstairs into a hospital. I assume you're not putting the silencer on, because that would make it almost unconcealable
No,
in
no,
scrubs.
no. Like, this is literally for self-defense at this point.
Alright.
He doesn't want to really use it in the hospital.
Okay. So, for simplicity's sake,
Place your token in the box, and he draws out a rudimentary room map.
yep.
Yeah,
Eh.
it's fine.
You know what? We're not gonna say it's that big a fucking thing. Gonna put it at 2 beds, because this is supposed to be filled with equipment for people that are, recovering from major surgery.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when I was recovering, I was the single bed inside. like shit.
Socialist supreme.
I mean, I feel it's more socialist to have multiple care patients in the same room.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay,
I have a relative.
Don't
sidetracking.
care.
up
Go
there.
on.
Yeah.
The doctor you saw earlier just closes the door behind you. He was essentially standing behind where the door opens behind you as you walk in. He's just standing there. He doesn't say anything. He's just staring you down right now.
Ah, doctor. It has been a while.
Still doesn't say anything.
You called me to make sure that the patient is all right. That's correct.
Over. Okay. Good to know. He just gonna say very quietly, what did you?
You have common sense, right, Steve?
Actually, he has
Yeah.
dominate on him. He has to act normally.
Yeah. So
Fane
I've been
Fane
doing my job.
yeah, I have been doing my job. Like
You can just say that, dude.
literally.
That's what you've been doing.
Yeah.
You've done jack all else. You've been doing your job.
Yes.
The only thing you've done is pass information to us and do your job. That's
Yeah.
it.
I have been doing my job. As I am still doing it.
Keep in
Armand, that is
mind,
his job
the
in a
dominate
casino.
command will protect you partially because it was so fucking powerful. But the context was keep up appearances, first of all, with your teammates. So
That might have been the context, but it totally
That
does
might
Wait.
have been the
go over it.
context.
No, he's smart enough to realize the context, and with dominate commands that powerful, it's less of a case of being able to weasel out of it with a strictly literal interpretation as well. Not with as many successes as that. So yes, still, you are protected for now. He just asks you again. What did you assholes do?
Actually, don't even really know.
I think he actually doesn't know that, honestly.
He
Yeah, he
doesn't,
doesn't.
yes, but
Yes.
who gives a fuck? Do you think the vampire cares?
Which assholes and about what?
Give it up. I know.
Give what up?
He reaches behind his back and he pulls out a scalpel. You do not want this fucking game with me. Not today.
So, out of character. I legitimately know nothing of what he's saying about to say.
Yeah.
No. Nope, you don't, but you better make something up because the crazy man has a knife.
On the plus side, out of character, we'll get to find out which clan runs the hospital.
I think it's
man.
self-thought. I think it's self-explained at this point. But yeah, so this is out of character, and this is like a question. So, does the command allow me to reveal her to other suspected vampires that she did it?
I mean,
Because-
he probably already knows.
Like, because I don't know of anything else doing anything else except her.
If you are sure, like 95% sure that he is a vampire or in with the vampires, then yes, your job is to keep up the appearance of normality, not deceive the people already in the know other than being less useful to your team.
Like, he has been like an A-class doctor. He
Yes,
just
still,
happened
we
to
know the
call me.
arguments. This is a question of what your character believes. Does your character believe he's
Yes.
talking to a vamp? Okay. Then,
Yeah.
given that he is threatening you, that would be enough. to essentially bypass the dominate command, because the greater the threat, the more your mind essentially throws it off.
Yeah. Can you repeat his question so I can answer the way I want to?
Oh god fucking damn it, Steve.
He's asking what did your friend
Yeah.
You think I remember after all that bullshit? Okay,
He asked you, what did you guys do?
and after
And then he
that
said he knows who they are.
Yeah, now he's wielding a scalpel saying, "Don't fuck with me. What did you do?"
Yeah, he said, don't try that shit. What did you do?
I got mind fucked by a chick that it is a vampire.
Go on. What happened next?
Next, I got bitten by the chick.
You are an idiot. Common sense comes in here. You're supposed to have forgotten all of that.
Yes, Epic, just ask next time.
Sorry, that one makes sense for common sense.
That's not the point. The point is, we have rules for this sort of thing. That being said, still, that is a good point.
Yeah.
You may revise that statement. But you already said that she mindfucked you, and he's not buying that you are just a normie in this.
And then I don't remember anything else. Past that.
I need you to make a decision.
Manipulation, subterfuge. Difficulty?
This is gonna end up being contested. So
Yeah, 6.
can you
Oh.
out deceive? Can he read the truth from this?
I don't think so.
Nope.
You see him narrow his eyes. There's a long moment of silence. See if he has noticed the gun by now. Actually, no, that's the wrong difficulty. With Auspex active, this gets reduced fully.
Yeah.
Definitely noticed the gun.
You do know that I could get you fired for bringing a firearm into a hospital, right?
Do you blame me after that crazy shit?
Just nods ever so slightly. He actually lowers the scalpel and puts it away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sit down. Let's talk.
I sit down.
May I put a point of recommendation here?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you really want to somewhat disarm him and, increase your chances of getting out of this, at least alive, if nothing else, you might want to put your gun somewhere. Not near you.
I was thinking of putting it like. Where is he putting his scalpel?
In the waistband of his scrubs, probably.
So yeah, just put it within reach then, but not within immediate draw kind of thing.
Like,
It'll help
so
disarm the situation a little bit
So-
for you.
I'm going to raise both hands and say, I will just pull the gun to the side. Is that fine?
I know what you are. I think you're smart enough to realize that that thing isn't gonna save you if I decide I need to.
Yeah. So I just proceed into putting it away from immediate draw.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure. I guess I could emulate the woman you talk to. Why shouldn't I just kill you? Give me a reason.
Because I want to save lives.
Funny way of saving lives.
Can you repeat that?
He said
I'll let
it's
you
Funny
do
way
that.
of saving lives.
What do you mean? This is me literally being confused. Like in real life. This.
He's
your
Shows a
basically saying,
very
why did you join an organization that was made to
yes.
kill people if you want to save lives? That's his confusion.
yeah. Your character concept is generally a little funny.
It's a bit confusing if you consider vampires to be humans, but the second that you stop doing that, then it starts to
Makes
make
some
more
sense. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Aru, are you going full Hitler on us? It makes sense if you
No,
don't
I'm being
consider
bad-
the Slavs to be
I'm trying
humans.
to point out that that's what the society views vampires as. They're an unholy blight. This is part of what they are. They don't think vampires are human. So once you understand that, it becomes a lot easier to get into the right mindset.
hmm
So his question was, why did I basically join said thing
He
when I
said
want
it's
to
a
say?
funny way of saving lives.
And we were explaining why that made sense for
Yes.
him to say
Oh.
it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, when you feed on the blood of others to mindfuck people, that's generally bad.
Seriously? That
Sorry, Steve.
is
I
the
mean,
great evil of the day for you? A few
uh,
people who
for
are able to take a few drops of blood to do amazing things is a problem for you? When
oh
there's
no,
literally
you are.
people dumping quicksilver in the oceans and poisoning the whole food chain? Really? This is
Oh,
what you
I
decided
have
to focus
no
on?
issue with you. I have no issue with you. You use your gift in a really good manner.
Oh, so now
Keith?
it's a gift. I'm so glad you fucking approve. I am so very impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way you should probably end up putting it is saving people from the monsters in the dark, and you're clearly not a monster. That's probably the best way to put it.
That
That
would be the
giving
intelligent
him
way.
strategies to actually save himself is a bit, I would say, a bit further
Yeah.
than common sense goes, Aru.
Yeah.
Yeah. Common sense
There's a
is.
reason
I
that
mean,
There
Common
is a
yeah, I mean
reason I
reason.
that's the
didn't.
motivation of my character, which is why I'm expressing
Aru.
that to you. Your character sounds
Common
right.
Aru.
sense. This is why we ask for permission, and common sense is for saving him from obvious, horrible mistakes.
This is a totally social thing that I need to get through.
Okay.
Please do
Alright,
not
fair enough.
interfere in this.
Alright.
Yeah, I haven't been giving much advice on this because it's mostly just kind of
Small talk.
talking, and I would kind of need to basically take over everything he says to really help him here. And that
Yeah.
would be kind of more than common sense.
Yeah. Why don't you tell me, how many of you fucks are here? And more importantly, what are the chances that we can convince you to just go away and leave us the fuck alone? We're not hurting anyone.
Does the dominate make me give information.
You're
freely.
good.
Nope.
The
No.
dominate is not
Okay.
currently in effect on you.
Um,
It.
The life is
Now-
somewhat
I will
in
tell you
threat.
still when you're
So-
compelled to speak in a specific way. How about that? Just go with it.
okay. Yeah. For now, we are 2 people.
What are you feeling right now, by the way?
Calmer than before, but still a bit on edge because also I am missing some blood. So it's like a mix of emotions.
Uh-huh. Okay, so since you're about to tell him a few things about your party that are probably gonna be at least partially lies, we're gonna make another contested roll. And since he is actively reading your aura, I think I will knock off another -1 to that.
Make a willpower.
Doesn't
I
have
do
any.
not have any.
We're fucked.
I use them all up to help you. Defender
Oh my
wins.
God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, tell me about your partner.
He's more of the combat type. I was more of the info gatherer type. We keep
And
minimal.
why the fuck would you come after me? Seriously,
You-
what did I do to you fuckers? Because I would really like to know.
So this is out of character. He thinks we came directly to him, right?
If it's
We were
you
going-
and if it's just 2 people, then that's what it looks like, because you're investigating him and the hospital. It looks
Oh.
like you staked him out and spied on him and were planning to essentially
Yeah,
kill
this
him.
makes perfect sense in what he knows.
Yeah. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. I understand now. Mm, I wasn't specifically going for you. I just thought the hospital was the most easy way to find any out of place, injuries, blood related. The supply for blood and everything.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. That's the whole reason I made this character.
What is your
Mhm.
partner like as a person?
I need my common sense here. Okay?
Really? Why?
For what?
Still,
I want
what do you want to know?
I want to know if revealing they would shoot on sight if something happens to me or not.
Sorry, could you run that by me again? Cause I
He's
didn't quite
asking
pass
if
that.
Okay, I'll explain it because he's being rather poor about it. I think I know what he's asking. He's asking if he reveals that they would be willing to go and shoot on sight any vampires they currently know about if something happened to him is a good idea or not.
When I say they, I mean my
Yeah,
partner.
his partner.
His
Yeah.
one partner.
Oh,
Yep.
Common sense
mean,
says
when I
that if you
say
say that, Steel, they will be extremely tempted to kill you as bait so they can lure in the other one.
Okay, so
That is signing your own death warrant, most likely.
okay. then so this is what I would at first impression say. Like he would try and kill you regardless.
And you
This is what
wouldn't.
I would. What?
And you wouldn't?
After what I have seen you do? Not really. You specifically. You saved a man's arm.
You're really gonna hate this. This is in character, by the way. But I think
Why?
I'm gonna have to make you an offer you can't refuse. Your partner
What is
has to die. And you said yourself that you admire what I can do. So, you have the opportunity to become an apprentice of sorts. But your partner has to die.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Ugh.
I'll give you a minute to think about it. He pulls out the phone and starts typing out a message.
Can I see what is he's typing?
Do you want to lean over and try to?
No.
I'm glad Steele can ask the question. Can I see what he's typing while he's sitting in front of me?
So this plays into my nature. Sadly.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume that you spent like minute and a half thinking about it. So
Yeah, like
he types out a quick message, and then not like a minute or two passes, and his phone rings. He answers it without, breaking, without looking away from you, and says, "Yes, hello? Uh-huh, yes, I have him right here. He seems sane. Yes. No, I think I can control him. Yes. Very well, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, thank you, sir." And he hangs up.
this plays into my nature. There's no way he would say no to a chance.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh man.
Like I'm trying to find a reason, but I cannot.
When you're out of willpower, you act purely according to your nature unless your life is threatened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I'm
like,
glad
it's
to note
not-
that taking the offer to kill your compatriots is in your nature.
Well,
Obviously,
Well,
a
here's the thing: he
sadist.
gets to save more lives. If you think purely pragmatically, if he sacrifices one or two lives to save a dozen more, then isn't that a fair
no,
trade?
like
The
I don't think you
problem,
understand what caregiver is in that case.
Yeah.
no, like so I want to help and shit, but I know at least one of my partners are, yes, they want to kill, but their wish is too high. So
Seem
to him,
pleasant.
it seems a fair deal, in a sense.
I mean, you might try to save them
I
once
could-
you're on the inside.
Or I could just totally fake it and give a fake one.
Yeah, still, you don't realize what's gonna happen. The prince was in session with the sheriff talking about the hunter problem in Boston, so when a neonate bounces a message to the sheriff about having a hunter he intends to turn, getting permission is a very workable thing.
The thing is, if I say yes, I need to kill, which goes against my nature.
You don't
If I
need to
say-
kill necessarily yourself. He said that your partner has to die. That's not the same thing as having to kill them yourself.
Uh, But if I say no, it will be even more against my nature, knowing that this power
Still,
might
you
allow me
can
to.
go for the gun or jump through the window. Both are valid options. You're a couple
My
floors
character,
up, but you
my
might get
character
away.
wouldn't do that. Is a problem.
So you're willing to have your compatriot killed?
To be more accurate, I think he misled us with the false identity. What he really meant was the false identity was his Society of Leopold. His actual identity is the surgeon.
I see. Makes sense.
At this point, that makes way too much sense.
You have to admit, the way he does this character, it's becoming pretty obvious that he's actually the surgeon, and the Society of Leopold stuff is more of the fake thing.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the only reason he joined is because he believed they are monster and shit. But then this shit happened.
Oh yes, this shit, wonderful.
Yes, you got dominated by a bitch.
So, Steel,
Dude.
he's letting you. He's letting you think. He knows that you heard what he said. He's waiting to see how you react and what you do.
How pale do I look from the lack of blood?
Noticeably.
So he knows he also has me in a kind of pinch, even on top of everything.
He is a vampire, probably with celerity. You have a light pistol with you, and you are a crunchy mortal. He... no fear.
I'm sorry, but regardless of my nature, I think self-preservation wins over
Totally, that's fine.
in this situation. So
Okay, so what do you
my
think
character.
are your best options of surviving? None of them are good. Going for a gun
yeah.
means fighting a vampire in close quarters. And he can use that scalpel, almost certainly.
Oh yeah, I I am certain about that much.
He has melee,
Alternatively, you
especially
can
if
jump
You
through a
have an
window and try and jump out through a glass pane and fall like 3 stories. Which is
How many dice
Have an
of damage
option.
is that?
You have an option. There is
probably
one more
at
option.
least 2 or 3 for the window, depending on how lucky you get, and like 6, which will probably be lethal as well due to the fact that you're gonna have glass shards impaled into your body that you will be falling on top of.
And I already have 2 damage on me. I am not able to even remotely handle that much. It will be literal suicide.
But your soul would be
There-
safe. If you take the offer, though, you have to fight all 4 of these guys, and they can end vampires righteously.
So there is another option here. That can I tell him?
Whisper
has
it to me
common sense.
first.
It's really simple. It's
Whisper
like super
it
simple.
to me first. I want him in this bind. I really want him to be thinking, so whisper it to me first. Pass it by the filter. I need to know what this before you say this time. I want to see him squirm.
So close.
You could go for the gun. You might be able to end him. And then you have to shoot your way out of the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's not a
that is a pretty accurate representation of this bullshit. Yes.
Still, there is the point that Epic is making, which should be obvious. You can wait for reinforcements, but essentially you've placed them on standby. You have to find a way to signal them. You could try and play for that, see if you can get an opportunity to go, help, I'm being oppressed.
The only thing I can think of is trying to like speed dial, but I do not have stealth.
It'd be a larceny check. Anyway.
Yeah, it would be Dex
Yeah.
larceny still.
And I have no larceny.
And keep in mind you are at -1 as well.
So uh like I don't want this character to go against the party, but the character would
I mean,
not.
I have another question. Who's closer to the door? It should be
He-
Steel, right?
No, it's him. He took the. They entered from the left. He took the bed closer to the door.
Ah,
He
well,
did it on
okay, fuck that way.
purpose. Uh,
I mean, the doctor has celerity, probably.
Well,
like
possibly.
so out of character, I don't want this character to turn to you. In character, he probably would take the fucking offer, especially with no willpower.
Duty in character.
Yeah.
In character, I would say, yeah, I take up the offer.
I want you to be aware that you are not gonna be able to go back. Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
I suppose there I should offer, for the sake of decency, you could just end up being held in a vampire dungeon for a year while people repeatedly mind control you to squeeze every bit of information they can out of you and then wipe the past 5 or 10 years of your life away so that you can go back to quote unquote normal life. Good chance you'll end up as a vegetable, but it is an option I can offer.
So out of character, how much does my character know about the society?
You've probably been with them for a while. So, at least a couple of years. So you know that they would hunt you till the ends of the earth.
Kick.
So even if they do all the stuff and they release me, they would probably still hunt me.
And they, at the very least, will come. They will try to find out what the fuck happened to you and what you told them. So, probably.
So if I do this, regardless, I'm going to get hunted down. So
He's probably not gonna do whatever he's gonna do. If he's actually gonna turn you, he's not gonna do this in this room. So you have a chance to slip away while he's taking you wherever you're going, or trying to duck into a crowd or whatever. There is still that window of opportunity still.
yeah. So no, this is not what I'm talking about. Is if even if I accept to not be, I would know that even when I get released
Yes,
eventually.
still. Yes. That society would still fuck you somehow. Almost certainly. Or they would try to track you down.
So just play along, and if something else happens, we will see in the road. If I get the chance.
Alright then. Sorry about it being this way, but my recruitment wasn't exactly pleasant either, and it turned out alright. We should go somewhere else. Why don't you lead the way? I'll tell you where we're going as by step.
All right. Can I hide my gun again to not leave it in this room?
Oh, Just put it under the mattress there. You can come back for it tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. What if someone's find it? It's a registered gun.
If you're really with the Society of Leopold, I think you're gonna be leaving that name behind.
Yeah. Valid point. I
Come
put the
on.
gun under the mattress, and I, go first since he told me to go first.
He tells you to go to the elevators.
I go to the elevators.
There's a couple of nurses around. You could, in theory, try and make a run for it here if you wanted to.
So we are still on the upper floors, right?
You're on the 3rd floor. He's taking you to the elevator to take you to another floor. You don't know which one he hasn't told you yet.
So, but if I try to make a run, why would I try to make a run if I am totally in my job?
You don't. That's the thing. Either way, there's gonna be bloodshed involved. Right? So, you can go either way based on what you prefer. It's a question of what you think will fit taking care of people better. Whether you want to join one side, the other, or try to play sort of both sides to some extent to try and keep everyone alive, that's up to you.
So, out of question, since I'm being stressed out, worked, and missing of blood, can I just collapse in place?
It would be a performance.
Yeah, that would be performance. We rolled stamina for that, and you're apparently holding together.
By a thread.
Yeah, I'd say that would be a wits performance, probably.
Okay, difficulty?
It would still be a 6. And it would be opposed. He is expecting something like this, so even with it making sense, you have to do.
I mean,
And he would be rolling his perception medicine for this.
oh fuck. That is my 6 dice worth it?
5.
I
You
doubt
have
I
a wound
got-
penalty.
Yeah,
I'm
I
willing to bet
can't.
you won't do it.
I can't. No, I can't afford to, and I can't afford to run either, especially this high.
Alright. Then he takes you into the elevator. He tells you to press the basement.
Okay, the basement. Yeah.
Roll a luck die to see if the elevator opens at the convenient floor for running. With an 8, I would say that it would open. Well, you are going down, so it would probably open on the 2nd floor. Actually.
On the 2nd floor.
Because people generally won't be going down to the basement that often.
So when you head to the 2nd floor, do you mean like the one above the ground?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, some people call it floor 0. Is
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Fuck the floor
it's a bit-
discussion still. The elevator door opens. A sleepy looking nurse steps in, presses the 1st floor.
That's
She
good
pre-
for you.
she presses to go up.
No.
Still, don't be a moron, please.
I'm confused with this. Like,
Okay, in this example, 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor. Below all of those is the basement.
1st floor is ground floor.
okay, thank you very much.
Oh my god.
I wait until it opens at the first floor.
Okay. Okay, it opens at the first floor. What are you gonna do?
To run is Dex Athletics, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm gonna need you to roll initiative if you're gonna try that still. Because he's ready for you to try something like that.
Here's the good news. If he does anything here, it'll be way in the open.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
rolling initiative.
I should have asked. Can I tell him his common sense?
Sure.
First floor, ground floor, the place everyone's coming in and out of. It's impossible for him to have control over everyone in here. You cause a scene here, you can get away. I doubt he's
Yeah.
willing to try and keep up with you in the middle of an entire public investigation.
True, there's also that.
Come on. That being said,
He has.
He goes
Yeah.
first.
A slightly crappier roll for him to be able to just get away from this.
okay, what would he do? Yeah, he's... still, okay, what are you doing? Craft, we hear you typing.
I want to say I ran. I bowled for it. Like, no bars given at this point. That's what I want to say.
Okay, so what are you actually doing?
I ran.
Okay,
I mean, I have no chance, but
alright. Let's see.
I know that it's probably easier for him to get out of this, but there's no real. I don't think you'll let me use it, Chris, or tell it to him.
Depends on what it is, but no, I would say he's already declared it.
yeah,
I
like
know.
I'm trying to squeeze my brain for stuff. I'm sorry. This is the best I can do at this point.
Okay,
Not the worst. Don't worry.
Not the worst thing you could do. It's not the best though.
Here's what you think the best would be. I think running does most of what he wants it to do.
okay.
The only problem is,
The only
you know,
problem is,
but
yeah, I do not exactly have the decks you would want me to have.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care
I'm
about that
running.
personally.
You know what? As I run, can I point at him and say out murderer?
Okay. Given that he has been reading your aura as well and tried to keep that up, I would say still that at this point, he realizes that he needs to probably leave this shithole anyway. That was to draw the scalpel. Would he go for a stab or would he... Well, this is a hospital. He needs to do damage here.
Oh, come on.
Better a dead hunter than a live one if he has to leave anyway. That was to hit.
So I don't get anything to
No.
dodge, even though I'm.
You
Nope.
had your back to him, essentially.
The good news is he's likely not very strong.
Yeah, but I
The
cannot
scalpel
exactly.
will probably not kill you.
I cannot exactly so
Ah.
lethal.
You
Yeah,
feel as
well-
you take off, just
He's even yelling murderer at the guy who just tried to swipe his coat. It's wonderful, actually.
Oh
Yes.
yes.
You like tried to like slash across your back, and you just booked it. This is even worse for him.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
All right. I think the nurse has a semi-average stat thing. Let's see what the nurse that essentially you're moving past. How this works out, who she's focusing on, and what her initiative is most importantly.
Wait, is she the same one?
No, it's not. Okay, that is actually semi-bad for him.
Love it.
Is this bad or is this good for me?
Well, you run out into the hallway screaming about the murderer.
And there's a
Yeah.
cut on your coat, right where your back is.
Mm.
Okay.
And I'm pale and shit on top of everything. Oh, this is great.
Okay, so you would rapidly be moving towards the people part of the hospital, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick, security, police,
Yeah,
people,
security,
help.
police. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see if he manages to fuck over the nurse's memories here, because we're gonna assume that she's trying to not get grabbed.
Oh my god. Ah.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be following still. At least not that you can hear.
So he just took a slash of opportunity. The nurse just got
He won't have much time for this, by the way.
He won't.
Like,
Yeah.
at all.
yeah.
He still
So-
is safe at this point. He just took
Yeah,
the
so-
opportunity to try and preserve his actual identity, to delay pursuit and bullshit by, essentially biting the nurse and scrambling her memory.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and find his security and shit and describe to him and who he is.
Describe what he did. The second you say his name, everyone will probably recognize him.
Yeah, like I'm just doing what
Just
every
tried to
panic-
slash at me in the elevator. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yeah. Like-
Okay. They would try to take you to the security office if you do that.
Wait, do I know that? Wait, I do know
No.
that the hospital is
Don't
infiltrated.
know who the people in the security office are Gould or not. You just know that his main power is here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you might it would be within your rights to ask to talk to the police instead, if
Yeah.
you really wanted to. Whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing is, different things. Just need to know what kind of risk you want to take here.
So I know that his power base is the hospital, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's what you know.
Would it be far-fetched to assume the security is his as well?
Probably not.
Probably not.
How
no.
much it's How much of it is his or how far he's able to take it, you don't know. Or do we?
Yeah. I think I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to just go to the police that are doing an investigation, apparently.
At this
I'm willing
point,
to
the
bet they
police
will.
would have moved on from the hospital parking lot. It's been 3 or 4 hours since then.
Oh, no. He's talking about insisting on talking to the police in particular.
Yeah. There
Instead
was
of
an
just the
attempt to my
security
life.
guard.
There was an attempt to my life.
Okay. Alright, what do you tell the police? You would be able
This
to
is
by the
leave
way,
the hospital.
I should be around here somewhere.
You are. You would probably see him either coming out or the police arriving. If he doesn't choose to contact you by then.
Right? Have I ever noticed the vampire leaving?
I mean, as soon as
No,
I
strangely
got-
enough. You don't see him coming out. Not yet, anyway.
as soon as I got
Right.
time before I talk to the police, I would let them know I'm safe for now.
Oh no, this is. If you insist on talking to the police after something like this, and then are like, oh, I'm fine for now, I'm just. No, you are going to the
Yeah, they'll need
station.
to take a statement, dude. You don't do
Yeah, they
that.
need to-
You don't get to wave this off. You are in the system that might be filled with vampires. Have fun.
I told
Like-
you, you're just going to have to try and take what risk you think is better or worse. We don't know how invasive they are in the police, and we don't know how invasive they are in the hospital.
I think I'm just going to try to give a proper statement to the police, leaving out any vampiric stuff and hunter stuff.
Okay, because most of this stuff
Brought
was
me to the
vampiric stuff.
room,
It
started
takes us.
threatening me, brought me to the elevator.
Epic.
When I booked
You're
it, he tried
putting
to-
words in
I'm
his
sorry.
mouth. Let him figure it out on
Yeah.
his own.
Yeah.
Shit, I should have muted myself. You're right. My bad.
Yeah.
So, still, since most of that was vampiric stuff, step by step, what do you tell the police?
As I was this is out of character. You are literally asking me from where I want to start and how much I want to say, right?
I'm asking you what you tell him because it matters. Like, tell me what the actual statement says in a few short sentences. What is the story you're trying to weave there?
As I was finishing my shift and checking on a patient, this dude with a scalpel just pushed me into the elevator and told me to cooperate or else he would just stab me and kill me. And then, inserted the rest of the stuff that happened when it hit the ground floor. Hello?
Yeah, I'm just wondering how the police would respond. Yeah, let's go with that.
And I show the obvious cut.
Yeah, you show the obvious cut.
Wait a minute. Ne? Dax.
So,
Yeah.
still, you show the obvious cut, and then they have you waiting for half an hour, and then they show you the video of you walking into the elevator, acting all chummy and not at all being shoved into the elevator from the security cameras on the floor where you were talking to the dude, all friendly like.
Fuck.
And then they tell you that they found the gun.
Yeah, have fun.
The one with your fingerprints on it.
Yeah, I know.
He had a backup plan.
Apparently.
He didn't, but he improvised quickly.
Yeah.
My internet just glitched on me. What I miss?
Don't
Oh no.
don't
Steel's
worry.
getting
I
arrested.
just yeah.
The gun fucked him, basically.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah, I am not either. And there's
I was kind of
nothing
surprised
much-
when he decided to take it in, but well, wasn't sure if it was common sense or not to tell him that bringing the gun in that situation was still a bad idea.
It could have turned out to be useful. That identity was burned anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm not sure it's really common sense
I
because
mean, I'm
stuff
still
was
being
already broke.
arrested under this identity.
Okay, I'm gonna split it here, and then we're gonna handle the team meeting of how you are gonna try and rescue Steel, because in the meantime, Steel is gonna get grilled by a very idealistic lieutenant who's been relegated to the night shift and who hates all this trash coming into the town and causing trouble.
You know what? He should generally be somewhat alright. The
He-
possession of the firearm and everything, he
Yeah,
does
like-
have a license.
It's
He
But he
sh-
did hide it, and that is actually probably the biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't think they'll hold him more than a week. Unless they find something else.
Unless the vampires get a glimpse and just pull strings.
Which is possible.
Yeah.
we'll see. But I'm gonna split it
But-
here.